Welcome. Please come in. Do you have an appointment? Great. Can I just get your name so I can look you up in my schedule book? Okay. Let me see here. Okay, there you are. Perfect. So it looks like you were here for a color therapy session today? Wonderful. All right. I'm just going to ask you a few basic questions before we get started. They're all very simple questions, so nothing to worry about. Have you ever been to a color therapy session before? No. Okay. And what brings you in today? What is the particular purpose of your therapy session today? All right, so just to kind of alleviate some stress and help you relax. Okay. So you've been having, some anxiety issues. All right. It's no problem. Okay. And do you have any major medical conditions that I should know about, either physically or mentally? Okay, great. And you're not on any medication whatsoever? No. Okay. Well, that was it. Yeah, so since you've never had a color therapy session before, what I'd like to do is beforehand, I'd like to kind of explain to you what's going to happen just so there's no surprises. Is that all right? Okay. Well, first I'm going to take you back to the actual treatment room. It's a very nice, relaxing room, very calm, serene. And I'll have you lay down on the couch that I have in there for you. It's more like a chaise lounge. Yeah. So I'll have you lay down on that, and then I'll kind of walk you through the process, all right? Great. Okay, just follow me. Okay, this room right here. Wonderful. Okay, and I'll just have you take a seat there and get comfortable. All right. Do you need a pillow or anything? Okay, hold on just a minute. Here you go. Just gonna put it under your head there. Okay, perfect. All right. So what's involved in the color therapy process is essentially it's based upon the principle that exposing a patient to various different colors will elicit different emotions or bring about different mental results. So for example, if you're exposed to the color green, it can help you to kind of achieve balance and harmony in your life. And there are 6 basic colors that I'll be using in this therapy session today. They're red, yellow, orange, blue, or indigo, violet, and green. Okay? All right. So what I'll do is I'll kind of spend just a couple of minutes on each color and help you to visualize the color. I have a screen that I'll basically put up in front of you, and so if you want to keep your eyes open, you're more than welcome to. It's going to basically visually expose you to the color. But I'll also be doing kind of a script with you that will help you to mentally picture the color itself, kind of as you'd find it in life. So for example, the green, I'll kind of walk you through visualization where you'll imagine grass, the green lush grass growing. So exactly, it will kind of help you to relate those colors to various things that you'd find in your life, which can help to further the emotional benefit of the therapy session. Does that make sense? Okay, great. So, are you ready to get started? Wonderful. So I'll have you lay back all the way. Perfect. And just kind of relax as much as possible. And I actually have the screen tilted Yeah, you see there? Okay, it's tilted in such a way that you can see it while you are laying down, so you don't need to worry about bending your neck up and straining your neck at all, okay? So I'll just have you look at the screen for me, and if throughout the session you would like to just close your eyes and picture the color, you're more than welcome to do that as well. All right? Terrific. Okay. Also, one more thing I wanted to mention. After each of the colors, I am going to kind of ask you just to briefly tell me kind of the emotions you were feeling when I was talking about the color or when you were viewing the color itself. I'd like you to just kind of, in a sentence or two, just kind of tell me how you feel when you view or hear about that particular color. Okay? Wonderful. So, I'd like to start with the color red. So if you look on the screen there, you'll see the color red. Perfect. Okay. Now, the color red is often associated with passion and kind of a fervor for life. Now, as you view the color red, I want you to really consider how that color makes you feel. I want you to picture a fire sitting in front of you, directly in front of you. And I want you to imagine the color of the glowing red embers that are in that fire, in the middle of it. I want you to really focus on that color red. And as you're focusing on that color, I want you to feel that sort of passion rising up within you. And I want you to direct that passion at your life and toward the goals that you've set for yourself. And now, I want you to picture another thing that's synonymous with the color red, which is a beautiful red rose, almost scarlet in color. And it's sitting alone in a garden. And I want you to internalize what it means to you. Not the rose so much as the color that's painted all over it. I want you to feel as though you are completely free. Nothing is holding you back. Absolutely nothing is preventing you from achieving whatever it is you want out of life. The vibrant red of that rose should remind you that life is fleeting, but absolutely amazing in every way. I'd like for you to look at the color there on the screen and draw the passion and freedom out of it. I want you to squeeze every ounce of determination and dedication out of that color. All right. So now that we've just viewed the color red, can you just briefly tell me in a sentence or two how you feel right now at this moment after visualizing the color red? Okay. So now we're going to move on to the color yellow. So I want you to stare at the screen again, and there it is, the color yellow. Now the color yellow often represents youthfulness and vitality. Yellow can symbolize a great many things, but today we're going to focus on one particular aspect of yellow, which is happiness. I want you to imagine that you're out in the open. In fact, I want you to imagine that you're in the clearing of a large meadow. As you're standing there, you can feel the warmth of the sun beating down upon you, the yellow sun. And you notice there are a few wildflowers growing just around where you're standing. And in the midst of that group of wildflowers, there's a yellow buttercup flower. You reach down and you pluck it and you bring it closer to your face to smell it. It has an intoxicating fragrance. Now I want you to stare at that flower. I want you to notice its vibrant yellow shade. And I want you to think about how that makes you feel. I want you to let go of all of the stress that is keeping you from being truly content and joyful. I want you to think about the last time that you laughed, and I mean truly laughed. And I want you to take away from that memory the happiness that you had at that very second. I want you to let go of the worry. And in its place, I want you to find your own version of happiness. All right. So that's it for the color yellow. Now, how did it make you feel to view that color and to visualize that color? That's wonderful. Fantastic, okay. So we're going to move on to the color orange now. And it should already be up on the screen. Now today we're going to focus on the creativity aspect of orange. And quite a few people associate creativity with just things such as art and writing and things of that nature. But creativity can, of course, be used in so many different aspects of your life. So I really want you to try to tap into that while we discuss the color orange. And go ahead and look at the screen there if you would, please. Great. So for the color orange, I'd like for you to imagine that it's the middle of fall. and you're standing amidst an entire field of pumpkins. Large, orange, harvest pumpkins. I want you to not look at any one particular pumpkin, but kind of focus on them as a whole. I want you to take in the overwhelming influx of orange that is now bombarding your eyes. And I want you to feel the creativity surfacing within you. I want you to tell yourself in this very moment that no matter what it is that you are trying to accomplish professionally or personally, that you're going to allow this creativity to seep through and help you in your endeavors. Now keep your focus on that field full of pumpkins. Think of all the ways that you could use those pumpkins. Imagine deliciously warm pumpkin soup or a slice of chilled pumpkin pie. Imagine the smell of spiced pumpkin. And as you imagine that, let it trigger your creativity. Let the sights and the sounds, and most specifically the smells, stimulate your creative flow. All right, so we're done with orange. Now, how did that make you feel? Okay. That's terrific. Okay. So we're going to go into the fourth color now, which is blue. It's also more of an indigo color, so. But for now, just go ahead and look at the color on the screen, because that's the color I'd like for you to picture, okay? Fantastic. So for the color blue, I'd like to talk about feelings of calm and peace. Picture yourself standing by the seaside. The sand is warm beneath your feet. As you look out, you see nothing but a long, stretching expanse of blue that goes off into the horizon. Let the breeze bring in the smell of the salt air to your nose. And stare at the blue that reaches out in front of you. Watch the waves as they dance and lap up against the shore. And as you look at this expanse of blue, I want you to feel all of the anxiety leaving your body. Feel all of the stress floating away, and along with it all of the fear that you've been holding in for so long. You are now fearless, in fact. There is only calm and peace within you, and nothing is going to prevent you from living the life that you want to live. Because you can now truly relax and enjoy each day, each moment. You can live life to the fullest. Because the worry has vanished. Feel the calm. And let yourself feel that overwhelming sense of fearlessness. Alright. So that was blue. Now can you tell me just briefly how that made you feel? Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. So we're going to move on to violet now. So purple. And for violet, I'm going to kind of focus on its intuitive aspect. So go ahead and focus on the purple color that is shown there on the screen. Terrific. So for violet, I want you to imagine that you're in the middle of a frozen landscape. And as you look up, you notice that the northern lights, the aurora borealis, is directly above you. And tonight, it's giving you a quite spectacular show, to say the least. One of the ribbons of color in those northern lights, you notice, is a gorgeous, vibrant, violet color. And as you stare at that variation of purple, I would like for you to reach deep inside yourself and gather all of the empathy you have within you, all of the insight, and all of the wisdom. I'd like for you to notice that you have a rare gift. That you are able to see what others aren't able to see. And that you are willing and able to use this gift to help others. As you look, that almost ethereal violet up above you, floating in the sky and rippling. I want you to lock in this feeling and truly grasp in this moment that you have a rare intuitive power within you. It's just waiting to be tapped into whenever you so choose. Wonderful. So how did the color violet make you feel and the visualization of violet make you feel? All right. Now we're going to move on to our last color, which is green. So I'd like you to look on the screen. Notice the color green there. Wonderful. So green is a color of balance and harmony. At least that's what we're going to be focusing on today. So you're going to picture yourself in the middle of a long stretch of forest, so a deep, dense forest. And all around you is the color green. It's on the leaves that are filling all of the tree branches. It's on the floor in the form of moss. And I'd like for you to imagine just the sheer breadth of life that is thriving all around you right now as you're standing in this forest. And think about how much harmony exists there. How much nature is working to keep the balance. And I want you to realize that you can achieve this same balance within yourself, mentally, physically, and spiritually, as well as emotionally. I'd like for you to fully grasp that the only thing holding you back from achieving this balance are the boundaries that you've set for yourself and your own inability to acknowledge that you have the power to have everything that you want without having to sacrifice other aspects of your life. Picture the forest all around you. Picture the different shades of green that surround you. And feel that harmony. Feel it within your heart and your mind. And let it take over. Alright, so that was for the color green. So how did that make you feel? Terrific. Okay. Well, it looks like you're having a great response to everything, so that's good to hear. Okay, so we're all set for today. But I'd love to see you again. If we could schedule another session, that would be great. And the next time you come in, we might try another sort of therapy, actually. I have a few different ideas that might work well for you. We can always kind of resort back to color therapy if we feel that's right. But I have a few other therapies that I'd like to try first, just to see how you respond to them, if that's all right. Wonderful. Okay. We'll schedule an appointment. Do you want to maybe do it 2 weeks from now? Okay. That works for me. What time? Same time? Okay. Beautiful. Great. So we're all set. You can spend a little bit of time here just to relax. In fact, I encourage it. And my receptionist will come in and get you in just a few minutes if you like. Okay, that's great. So it was wonderful meeting you, and I'll see you again in a couple weeks. We'll try another kind of therapy, okay?